We hold on to certain moments in anime for a multitude of reasons, but I think that the most common one is our feelings towards a specific moment. The range of emotions we can experience can vary, but if a moment is cultivated correctly and performed passionately, the audience experiences something that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. This is an extremely tall order, yet any moment can do this for any individual. Yes, there are certain moments that create this reaction for a larger group of people, but that doesn't mean that only those moments matter. Moments matter because of the value that we ascribe to them. With that being said, before I discuss one of my favorite moments in anime, I'll ask you, let me know what is one of your favorite moments in anime and why. I'm looking forward to reading your responses down in the comment section below. Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 transformation is undoubtedly one of my favorite moments in all of anime. This moment is special to me, in part because of how beautifully it was handled, but also because of younger me's enamoration with this transformation sequence. The moment where Gohan ascends past a mere Super Saiyan is gripping. This is what the Cell games, and basically DBZ up until this point, have been building up to. The moment where Gohan officially surpasses Goku and takes care of the threat that nobody else could. And doing so by ascending past the legendary golden-haired form introduced to us, the audience, by his father. The moment was built up over countless years and hundreds of chapters, and this was meant to be the official passing of the torch from Goku to his beloved son. Gohan had ascended, not because he wanted to, but because he needed to, he had to. Yet, when I first watched this scene, I knew none of this. Actually, I never knew any of this until several years after watching this scene, even though I would go on to watch this particular scene dozens of times over. I first watched Gohan's transformation into a Super Saiyan 2 on YouTube when I was elementary school age in the early 2000s. My parents had recently gotten a laptop and I was on YouTube watching clips of different shows and music videos and other silly, goofy stuff that kids watch. When I came across a particular video that sparked my curiosity, it was titled, Gohan Goes Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. Now, before that moment, I was not a fan of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, but it's not because I didn't like it, I just had never really watched it. I had seen some bits and pieces of it when my older brothers had watched it, but I never really got into it. I had friends who watched it and always referenced Super Saiyan and Goku and so on and so forth, so I grew to be familiar with certain character names and the Super Saiyan transformation, but I'd never intentionally watched or looked up anything related to Dragon Ball at that point in my life. But that would all soon change after this particular moment. Since I never knew that there was something past a Super Saiyan, I decided to click on the video that showcased a young boy about my age. In the next few minutes that ensued, would be carved and ingrained into my memory and being for years to come. I would go on to look up this scene so many times throughout my childhood whenever I got onto YouTube, and each time I watched it, each time I looked it up and allowed myself those few minutes of seeing Gohan ascend past a Super Saiyan, I got goosebumps. I loved watching it and I never got tired of it. I often self-inserted myself into the situation and acted out being Gohan, and I loved it. And this wasn't the first time I did something like this, but this was the first time that I loved a piece of media in this way while only having a glimpse of its whole narrative picture. It would be several years from that initial moment before I was ever able to watch DBZ in its almost entirety. And when I finally saw the scene with the proper context, it was somehow even better than what I remembered. This particular moment caught my attention in a way that nothing had until this point in my life. Yes, I had shows that I enjoyed, but none of their moments captivated me as much as this one. Upon reflection, in that moment, I experienced how impactful a narrative climax could be, and I learned that something truly great can be great whether it is seen in the proper context or in a narrative vacuum. This particular scene is special to me because, without me realizing it at the time, it was the first time that I would fall in love with a moment, and that love has lasted throughout the years. I didn't intentionally start watching anime until years after that, but even as I've seen more and more incredible moments, this remains one of my absolute favorites. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and thank you all for watching this video. Also, I'm thinking of making this type of video a video series where I discuss certain moments in anime that just impacted me in a very impactful way, for lack of better words. So if you're interested in stuff like that and want to see this become a series, let me know in the comment section. And also, while you're down there, let me know a moment or some moments that really stood out to you as you've watched anime throughout however long you've been watching for. I like seeing what people say. I like hearing their responses, especially when we talk about stuff we both enjoy, which in this context is anime. So let me know down in the comment section some of your favorite anime moments, and I will catch you all in the next video.